Ladies and gentlemen, this goddamn game.
Now,
Oh my goodness.
Just a question.
Yes.
Are these unlocked with endings or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So remember, after we got the Okasan ending, we opened up 2 and 3.
Yeah. What do you think 6 is supposed to be for?
I have no idea. I've gotten literally every ending in the game with the exception of BBL. So I don't know what this, and the bottom thing down here are.
Okay.
So I think we should just take a run through here now that, that last entry we read was giving us some dates. So it was... Okay, so it said that the school actually was constructed in 2180, and it's currently 2187.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we got?
Then 5 years ago, the one burned down.
Right. Okay, so we have established one of student number da-da-da-da-da, special characteristics. He acts as a neurotransmitter, producing a trance-like state in bystanders. The effect is similar to that of a narcotic or continual observation. Produces a trance-like state in bystanders. Okay, do you think Ryota was in a trance-like state?
That might explain why he...
Why he has no memory of what may have happened during that time. Uncomfortable, where'd I come from? Right, this was one of the things we unlocked after Okasan.
Yeah.
The fact that I'm trapped here is being... Okay. So it seems like just Nageki thinking, why is he trapped in the library?
Yeah, he didn't even know he was dead yet.
Right. I woke up in a different place this morning. I don't remember well, but it had pale fluorescent. It wasn't the library. So he knows he woke up somewhere else.
Yeah.
4. Selection criteria for the human ambassador have been forwarded to management along with the draft of the emergency response manual.
Well, we know what that means.
Yeah. Given the risk of influenza, a human with a strong natural immunity as possible is desirable. The presence of hereditary immunoglobulins is the most important criterion. Others are detailed in the attached documents.
I read that as immunogoblins, which sound like the best thing from like a Crest-sponsored Spider-Man cartoon or something.
Oh my god. I think, but I find no answers. I feel as if I've forgotten something very important, as if I promised something to someone very important.
I feel like that one is going to be the biggest revelation at the end.
Right. Because we know Nageki, before he showed up to Ryota in person, it did have that brief little thing where he was thinking back. He knows that he had some kind of promise. So we already confirmed that's Nageki. We have examined the genetic records of the entire student body. None of them exceed 98% compatibility. We continue to investigate carrier aptitude levels. We will report on the possibility of inducing carrier capability in a normal individual next week. Still not sure. Not following on that.
What if the poison is the virus? And what they've done is made one of the students a carrier of that virus to exceed the 98% compatibility, so that even if that person has certain levels of immunity, they can sneak the killer in, because even if you have a certain level of immunity to a disease, it can be tweaked to make you susceptible to it. Like, I'm a carrier of strep throat, but every now and then a strain will hit me and it'll actually affect me.
Well, here's my qualm with that, though. They said that she wasn't sick; she was poisoned.
Yeah, true.
So I'm not quite jumping on that virus theory just yet.
Maybe it didn't work, and they're like, fuck it, just kill her.
Well, remember, asphyxiation, but no signs of strangulation.
Yeah. But Pigeonations is a laid-back company, so when she showed up, they were just like, fuck it, cut her up.
Really, though? Really? Just that lax about it?
I had to go Mitch Hedberg on it.
Oh my god. We have temporarily opened the dividing wall in the underground facility at the request of the Biological Science Division. We should be able to reconstruct the circumstances of the fire. Subject 00 remains in cold storage.
Maybe he's not dead.
Who, Nageki?
Yeah.
Well, how is he projecting a ghost, though?
Student is able to...
induce a trance-like state?
Yeah.
But he doesn't... Ryota doesn't seem like he's in a trance-like state, though. He's still aware of what's going on, except now he can also see Nageki.
He also didn't say he wasn't a hallucination. What if in his own dream state he is projecting himself to you to communicate?
I don't know about that.
I also feel like the dividing wall is what is blocking off where the fire was.
I don't know about the whole projection thing. The death of Subject 00's relative has been confirmed. His remains are stored in Area D3, Section 1. They are boxed and processed. I'm not sure who we're talking about right now, though. Because we haven't confirmed that Subject 00 is really Nageki, have we?
No, we haven't. Maybe Nageki is the reference bird.
Homo sapiens resistant capabilities. Adaptability measure for Homo sapiens to be raised an estimated 0.06%. There are fluctuations in mammalian evolution rates. We may need 2 or 3 more samples.
Huh.
What are you humming? What do you got from it?
Maybe the program, the whole ambassadorship program, is just so that they have one human at a time to study.
Okay.
That's my huh.
Oh.
It's like it's just an a sub-level to the main plot is that really she's just there so they can study whatever this is on them.
We have chosen to let the Dove Party agent who has infiltrated the school operate freely for the time being. A number of incoming students have proven to be quite fascinating. If possible, please examine the details in the attached documents. I do not think they will oppose me. Now, here's the thing. I did read this after I got the other endings. I thought for sure they were talking about Yuya, but they may also be talking about Leon. Yeah. I don't know who they're talking about, though, because they only refer to one.
Yeah.
One agent.
Is there a second page?
Like behind it?
Yeah.
It doesn't let me switch.
Control the evolve for no longer under...
Well, if you look, though, any of the things that use the document is that same second document.
Oh, okay.
So that's not really a second page to any one thing in particular that I know of. I've been feeling better since that nosy girl showed up. I did not think I would find any answers like this, so perhaps it is time to close the curtains. I am fulfilled, just as I was back then. Back then? Back when? So, I'm pretty sure that's the one you get after Nageki's ending, but he still has concerns about his past life. And then lastly, 2173, 7 years before the school was constructed, Aves? Is that it? Aves? A high city building in Area A23, Section 1 was bombarded by human extremists. Immediately afterwards, the Hawk Party spawned the Earthcrawlers extremist organization.
Huh. Early bird gets the worm, I guess.
Okay, so this really all that did is just bring up new questions. That doesn't really... Nothing feels answered at that point. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick up where we left off.
Yeah.
Alright, because I don't know if you got anything from it. I didn't get anything.
I've filed it all away with Other Brain, and it's turning away its gears.
It's just swimming around right now?
Yeah.
Alright. Oh, and what you were saying, yeah, the Sakia does seem like a hoity-toity version of me. Because every time I think something, every time I say something and make a comment, he does the same thing right afterward.
You watch CinemaSins, right?
Every now and then, yeah.
When like one person says the exact same thing that the CinemaSins guy would say, he'd be like, this person would be excellent at CinemaSins.
Right. Vague as always. We do have a time limit here. We must not fall behind. I know. If I remember what it is, I'll say right away. Maybe Yuya was still in there. Let's go ask him again. He did say he was in there until he returned home. If anyone went in, he should have seen them. However, he said that he saw nothing out of the ordinary. If what's said is true, then he was lying. Which would mean that the doctor was lying too. Very well. Oh, sure, you'll believe that Saki's or Yuya's lying, but you won't believe that the doctor's lying. Mr. Cut him up and cut people's heads off and get freaky with it.
Yuya's a double agent.
Are you calling it?
Yeah. Here's why I think that.
Why?
Because the documents state that they were allowing the Hawk infiltrator to operate, or the Dove Party infiltrator to roam around. We know he is working with Leon or whatever his name is as that, but all of the documents from the people who know what the hell's going on only refer to one agent. And you stated before in your other one, wasn't the doctor part of the Hawk Party?
Yes.
So he seems pretty close to the doctor. What if He's the one that wrote the report stating that they were going to let the Hawk Party or the Dove Party person roam free.
Well, now, here's the thing, though. If you follow either Yuya or Shu's storyline, you find out he is he is a Dove Party spy because he's keeping an eye on the Doctor because the rumors that you hear previously in that same storyline about students going missing and being cut up and things like that are true.
Okay.
And so not to mention, if you follow the Doctor's storyline more, Yuya dies.
Ah.
Don't forget, the Doc sends you Yuya's body as a Christmas present.
True.
Because your character doesn't know Christmas traditions, just cooks up the bird and eats it. And you don't find out, you ate Yuya, until like 2 months later.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, that's a thing. That's why I don't think Yuya's a double agent. And if he is, apparently Doc didn't get that memo.
Hey, sometimes the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing to make sure that everything is kept compartmentalized. That's how Cube happens.
What?
The movie Cube, one of the little conspiracies was, this was all because the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing while the brain stays in control, and it just turns into a weird conspiracy theory from then on.
Right.
God, I love that movie. Salutations! How goes the investigation?
It's getting weird because you started talking about Cube, and holy shit, that movie. Well, just who do you think I am?
Yeah. Unlike me, you're a very capable bird.
Yuya, we wanted to ask you something.
Oh? I'll answer anything that doesn't violate my privacy, so ask away.
Did you really not see anything yesterday after school?
I'm not sure what you mean, but it sounds like it violates my privacy. I thought the doctor and I were already verified each other's innocence. We were in the infirmary the entire time.
We talked to San earlier. He said that he saw a blood-stained stranger going into the infirmary yesterday. Did you see anything like that?
Also, do you recall a while back when I said that the doctor asked what he said before confirming it?
Right.
Like they were corroborating their stories.
Right.
So, this is just going along with that too, because that's how it feels. I'm just reminding people watching that I had brought up that point before.
Okay, right, because you did bring that up a few days ago, and I actually forgot you brought that up.
Yeah, I did too until just now. Nope, sorry. I am a lying jackass.
Could you be the blood-stained bird yourself?
Yikes! No, as you can see, I am not hurt anywhere at all.
I feel like you might be trying to shoehorn Yuya because you threw in some nervous stutters in there.
Yeah. Besides, he said he saw this bird going to the infirmary, saw this bird going to the infirmary, not going into the infirmary? Right. Wait.
Yeah, he did. Basically saying going to the infirmary, like in the direction of, but not actually through the door.
Yeah.
So he's trying to insinuate that maybe he just passed by.
Yeah. Anyway, I didn't see anything. There's not much more I can say. Right, Doctor?
Yes, that's right.
You're giving a delay.
You were giving me permission to not say anything else.
No one came yesterday.
I don't think we'll find anything more here, Sakuya. Let's move on. Indeed.
I now like Sakuya more than Yuya. Yuya's at least honest. Or Sakuya, I mean. Right. Sakuya is an honest bird. You know where he stands. Kind of an asshole, but he's honest.
Be careful, because that's what some present people think about certain politicians at the moment.
Yeah, but we've established that certain politicians are not honest.
So be careful with that.
No, he's just an asshole that says what's on his mind and then lies about everything.
Not naming any names. But he may be a nectarine. Did those two really not see anything yesterday? If there had actually been some blood-stained stranger, then that would mean that Yuya and the doctor are hiding something. Where do we... The medical center seems like a good place to go now. Indeed. Where is it? That's the problem. I'd never heard of it before either. It sounds rather large. I wouldn't expect it to be that hard to find.
That's what she said.
Jesus. Well, that That was unexpected. The record book said the fire broke out in the basement, and if the building was burnt to the ground, it would have said so. It should still be here then, assuming it wasn't demolished. Are there any unused buildings on the campus? Unused buildings? Oh yeah, that old hall. Old hall? That's what we call it. It's by the back gate, and it's not used for... What's wrong? The school hasn't even been around for 10 years. What reason does it have for having an old hall? Now that you mention it, that is kind of strange. Come, guide me there. He does bring up a point.
Yeah.
It can't be that old.
What if the school was built on the facility?
Okay, like it burnt... Like the thing existed first, burned down, and then they plopped the school on top of it?
Yeah, as part of the experiment.
Like the experiment that whatever took place before the fire?
Yeah. And like just to really further complicate things, what if
that's what we need.
What if the whole humans coming to kill us thing is all just a big red herring? Like that file was put in our path, so that's what we would be focusing on. So that we would miss the forest for the trees.
To be honest, I don't want to think about the possibility of a red herring yet.
Yeah.
I don't want to overthink certain clues.
Yeah.
I don't want to think that some of these are just thrown in our path just for funsies.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for that you rat bastard moment where you realize what they were trying to tell us the entire time that went right over our heads.
Probably. But who knows? Maybe we'll find it on the next episode. What do you think?
We shall see what this is that apparently is it that this is.